This is an overview of assist.org. Assist is a website that we use to help us understand which classes you need to take at Contra Costa College to help prepare for transfer to a CSU or a UC. Assist does not have private schools or out-of-state schools listed, so it's really just for those California schools. So the website is assist.org. I've also included it in one of the modules located on into the Counseling 108 class. So in order to use this site, the first thing you do is you start with the academic year. So we're going to start with 2021, and then you select an institution that you're transferring from. So we're going to put in Contra Costa College. So you start with where we are, and then you put in where you want to go. So let's say, for example, that you're interested in San Francisco State. So we'll put in San Francisco State University and select View Agreements. The next piece is to look into a particular major. So every major is a little different, and every major here will tell us what what courses we need to take to prepare for transfer in this particular major. Let's go ahead and check this. Actually, you know what? Let's go up and check this African American Studies or Africana Studies because we do have that program here at CCC. Next, we're going to select View PDF Agreement. So as this is loading, we can see here that this shows what's called the Articulation Agreement by major. Articulation essentially is a word that indicates the courses that are acceptable to meet lower division or freshman and sophomore level in college courses at the community college that would transfer over to a CSU. So the idea is when you're transferring, that when you get there, we don't want you to have to take really any lower division courses. We want you to have as much done as possible through your general education and courses for your major. There's always fine print to take a look at. This is talking about associate degree for transfer. We don't have one particularly for this major, but that doesn't mean that you cannot take courses to prepare for this major. So what we see here on the left, this AFRS 101, these are courses that are offered by San Francisco State. So if I was at San Francisco State right now as a freshman preparing to take this program, I would be taking this AFRS 101, Introduction to Africana Studies. You, being at CCC, following the same major, would take Contra Costa's AFRAM 110, Intro to African American Studies. So they're not exactly the same class, but what San Francisco State has said is, hey, CCC, this AFRAM 110 is very similar to our AFRS 101. So students who take that will not have to take this when they get there. So the courses on the right are the ones that you would take to prepare for this particular major at San Francisco State. So it would be the AFRAM 110, AFRAM 140, or Psych 140. So you see there's an or there. And then as we scroll down, you'll see there's some courses that are not articulated. These would be the courses that you would have to take at San Francisco State when you get there. This says select 9 units from the following list. Here's AFRAM 120, so there'd be 2 classes you would take once you got there, or from this other area. And this is the end of the agreement. So this is just one example of how you can use Assist to find those classes. Let's take a look at another institution. Let's suppose that you were interested in UC Berkeley. Let's look at the agreements at UC Berkeley. They also have African American Studies, so it's titled a little different, but let's check it out and see how similar those 2 majors are. As we pull up the agreement, you can see there's UC Berkeley on the left and Contra Costa College on the right. It references the following IGETC, so you can see a lot of similar information. So as we come down here, the lower division requirements are actually a little different. The first class that we would be taking there is AFRICAM 44A, which we don't offer that course. And then they want you to take an African American History 122 or 123. And then a humanities class, African American Humanities. So by nature of preparing for UC Berkeley and also San Francisco State for these two majors, you would also be obtaining the associate degree in African American Studies from Contra Costa College. So they all really overlap very nicely. So let us help you with that in counseling, how we can do that. But you can use Assist as a tool to guide you through your course search. I recommend that you take some time looking at the different institutions and what they offer and how you can prepare for transfer to the different schools. Just want to go over that one more time from the beginning. When you come into Assist, you're going to select the current academic year, the institution where you are transferring from, Contra Costa, and then the institution that you're interested in transferring to, any one of the 23 CSUs or UCs.